Okay, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We are in the stacks here at Vinous Reverie with Igor,
The GOAT
wine merchant. And we're talking about Thanksgiving wine. We're talking about holiday wine. Obviously, Thanksgiving is coming up. That's why we're doing this episode, and I want to be right in the heart of the matter, right among the bottles. We're going to talk about the best wine for you to do, Wine by the Bay TV. Let's get started. Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Wine by the Bay TV. I am your host, George Bacharo. We have Igor, Vinous Reverie here, the GOAT.
Wine merchant.
There you go. All right, listen, we're still practicing this.
We're doing it together.
No, but we'll do it again. Oh, we're doing it together?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Wine merchant.
Okay,
All right.
so we're going to talk about some Thanksgiving wine and some wine that you can take in through the holidays, of course, not just for Thanksgiving. We selected 4 wines here, reds and whites, so you can kind of pick your choice, but this will make sense with your Thanksgiving dinner and beyond. Truth be told, I've been buzzing around Igor's place for a while. We've been kind of doing a few things off the channel, but Igor has been gracious enough to just tell us a little bit about some of the wines that we're going to do here. You want to start with white?
Yeah, let's start with white. And I think, the general rule for Thanksgiving is you want something light with high acidity. And all these wines kind of fit that spectrum. So yeah, let's start with Riesling.
Okay.
Riesling.
So I'm going to take these off for now.
Sure.
So we talk about one wine at a time.
All right.
So I'll cut some pictures in of each of these wines so you guys can get a good look at them. All of these are available online if you're not local to Walnut Creek, which is easily delivered, or you can come into the store. Igor's here 6 days a week, right? Closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's our first wine here?
All right. So this is a dry Riesling from Austria. So Austria, a lot of people think that Riesling is a sweet wine. A lot of German Rieslings are sweet, but just about Rieslings from other parts of the world, you could safely enough assume they're going to be dry. And Austrian wines are dry and mineral. This comes from a great producer, Weingut Brundelmeier, and this is from the Campal region. So there's 3 famous regions: the Wachau, the Kremstal, and the Kampstal. So this is from the Campal region, and yeah, dry Riesling, very mineral, but me and George are gonna taste it out, and it will go great with the turkey stuffing and side dishes.
So before we get started, guys, the whole point of doing these particular wines is you can find a lot of advice for domestic wines, Chardonnays, Pinot Gris, whatever, coming from California, Washington State, whatever. I wanted you to have some options so you're the smartest guy in the room, you're the most interesting person in the room when you come to dinner on a holiday. Okay?
Yeah, don't be afraid of fermented grape juice. I know a lot of people are intimidated by grapes or regions they've never heard of. It's wine, it's good wine, and if you get a good score from professional wine critics, that's a good bet you're going to enjoy it as well. So don't be afraid. Pick up something new, and like George was saying, you'd be much more interested than anything else anybody brings to the table.
Yeah, you'll be the star of the show because no one will be ready for what you're bringing. And by the way, if you're intimidated by any of these labels, you and I and a couple of other people did some tutorials on how to read different wine labels from different parts of the world. I'll leave a link to the playlist up top, and that way you can kind of go over there if you're not sure what we're drinking here. Okay.
And don't be afraid of wine label. You
nice smells right away.
Yeah, you can smell, it's Riesling, but you can smell that minerality too. It's not the kind of the residual sugar that sometimes comes off of Riesling. You know this is going to be dry.
It has a little flint to it too. It's very nice. Very nice nose. A little bit of acidity on the nose too. Really good.
Tingling, dancing in your mouth. The acidity, just like wanting either some food or another sip. It's just like it's making your palate salivate.
A little bit. It's really. Yeah, my mouth is so watery inside. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting wine. I'm really again, I'm not
something
a
unusual.
Wine drinker, but it's something that's interesting that would catch my attention if I was handing that at a party. No, that's really good. This could go with your turkey, but really this could go first course a whole lot more. If you're doing crab cake, something like that. By the way, this is all American Thanksgiving, turkey, gravy, stuffing, that kind of thing. Everybody's culture is a little different, and you probably have some other things that we mix in there, but this is for the traditional Thanksgiving meal.
Yes, and I think you'll go with a lot of food, other foods as well.
Oh, for sure.
On the spicier end, if you got some dishes like that, you'll go with that. Absolutely. The acidity here is just like fantastic, but it's not overwhelming. It's salivating. Plus, you got the fruit to balance it out.
It wakes your palate up. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I like it a lot. What are you charging for this?
It's $23.
$23. Okay, so we'll leave links in the description box. below. We will leave links in the comments section, and Vinous Reverie is probably appearing as we speak right now.
Yes.
So you can go online and order any of these wines for yourself.
And online, when you click on the link, I'm gonna go to the product page. You'll see a review. You'll see a little background on the wine. You'll see the label, so you'll see that this is exactly the wine that we're tasting. And I think that's what actually intrigues people to buy is the story behind them.
Yeah, this is a good wine. I mean, I just drank a bottle of this right now. Okay, $23. I mean, come on, $23.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna do our
Chablis.
We've got a Chablis over here.
All right, so Chablis, that's another interesting wine. It's a name that everybody hears, but not everybody knows what Chablis is. Chablis, it's a region in France. It's kind of in the greater Burgundy region, southeast of Paris, and they only make one white wine grape, and that's Chardonnay. So always remember that Chablis equals Chardonnay. A lot of people, like I said, they drink Chablis and they're thinking like, oh, it's a grape. It's not a grape. The grape is Chardonnay. Region is Chablis.
And this is a Premier Cru, so this is no joke. This is a serious wine.
Yeah, so Premier Cru, there's about 40 designated sites that are Premier Crus. And what the definition of Premier Cru is basically they make more interesting wines than just a regular village level Chablis. Just the way the soils are, the exposure to the sun, all these elements that might be boring to listen about, but they're actually what makes wine exciting.
It's better to have specificity when you're looking for quality.
So yeah, this is awesome. a Premier Cru, Val Legnu, so one of the Premier Cru sites.
They're nice all designated. Like it's not like you get to call it Premier Cru. Right. It's from the government. You have to know.
And we're talking Chardonnay, right? Because buttery Chardonnay, that's typically not a wine that goes well with Thanksgiving. No. But this is stainless steel, and once again, we're talking about Camaridian soils. That's what Chablis is famous for. It's a combination of chalk and clay. That's 240 million years old, fossilized oyster in there, and all those minerals. That's what brings the minerality to this wine. This is a nice, refreshing Chardonnay. This is not the buttery, overwhelming Chardonnays that kind of will just overwhelm any dish at the Thanksgiving table. This is a perfect wine for Thanksgiving table. Yeah. Once again, the nose kind of.
This is definitely Chardonnay though. Like you can tell the difference. There's a much more mild acidity in the nose and on the palate.
But there's acidity. Yeah.
But there's good roundness because it is the Chardonnay grape. The Riesling was a little bit more bright. This is a little bit more muted.
Yeah.
Still like alive in my mouth.
Yes.
But it doesn't wake your this. Yeah. This one woke my palate up. This one is more of a okay, you're awake now. Now take it easy a little bit. People
frequently say that Chardonnay is kind of the winemaker's wine, whereas Riesling is really the wine of the ground, meaning that you can't really manipulate it. So Riesling is going to show you the place that it comes from. That's why it's such a great expression of terroir. Pinot Noir is another wine that expresses. You can't really manipulate it. Whereas Chardonnay, you can manipulate it. So that's why a lot of people, because it's such a neutral grape, a lot of winemakers put a lot of oak on it. Some put just neutral oak on it. Some put it unoaked to kind of get a particular profile from the wine. And this one, it sees a little bit of lees, which is kind of the dead yeast cells. The wine sits on it and gains that creaminess that frequently you get from oak. But in this case, you just wanted like a little rounder palate instead of like oakiness.
This isn't oak. This is neutral oak, or is
neutral?
This,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, a little bit neutral.
I was wondering where that creaminess is coming from. That's
interesting.
Is that common to put a little lees on a Chardonnay?
It's very common. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very
good
common.
to know. All right, so that's good. That's like lees is what is used to make champagne.
Yes.
Like that kind of like bready kind of style that you get in champagne.
Yes.
Same kind of an idea. So that's cool. All right. Wow. How much is this one?
This is 39, which is
39.
Yeah, great price point for a Premier Cru Chablis.
Yeah. And a dinner wine too. Like this is a good main course wine.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're doing pretty good.
Ooh, with wines like this, how could you not?
Unfortunately, I put the Chianti over there. Do you want to do that next? You want to do
the
Chianti. Wait, we should do the Beaujolais.
Beaujolais, yeah. Beaujolais is the classic wine, yeah. So Beaujolais, that's another a classic red wine for the dinner table, Thanksgiving dinner. So it's a region. Once again, we're in Greater Burgundy. So where Chablis is on the northern end of the Greater Burgundy, Beaujolais is on the southern end. And Beaujolais, it's a region, and all the red wine from Beaujolais is Gamay grape. Gamay is like a cousin to Pinot Noir, but it's even lighter than a lot of Pinots. And why it's great for the Thanksgiving table is because it's got nice acidity, which is what you need, low tannins, and a lot of fruit notes, which is maybe, it goes well with turkey and the stuffing and all the side dishes. That's why it's like a classic pairing. Like I think #1 wine for Thanksgiving when people think of that is Beaujolais. So yeah,
But typically the Nouveau, which to me is garbage. Sorry,
fermented
it's just
grape
too
juice.
young.
Yes,
It's too bubble gummy. It's not good. This is not a Nouveau. This is Beaujolais Village.
Beaujolais Village.
So I wouldn't do that to you. So I asked him to give me a good Beaujolais, and he picked this one. All right.
Yeah.
So
no
what
Nouveau in the store. Yes.
So what is the 17?
This is 17. Yeah.
Oh wow, this is ready to go.
Yeah, it's ready to go. Nice deep color, but
Yeah,
it's
nice
still bright.
color.
You smell that Beaujolais fruit on it.
Mm-hmm. There's almost a cranberry undertone
Yeah.
to it.
It is cranberry. A lot of cranberry is kind of a staple of Gamay grape. Acidity, fruit, exactly what we were talking about. Low tannins, good structure, but the fruit is just like, it covers your whole mouth.
Oh yeah, nice and tart, tangy.
Yeah.
13% alcohol by volume. I'm chewing this one.
Yes.
I can't help it. It's so.
And flavors like your palate is covered in flavors.
Strawberry.
Yes.
A little bit of like vanilla, just a little bit. This to me is the closest thing to like a homemade cranberry sauce as you're gonna get.
Yeah, with a nice structure and profile. Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, and it's a wine that you want all wines to have. It has a beginning, middle, and an end. Once you taste it got different taste notes, and you kind of like after you swallow it, it's still lingering in your mouth. New notes are being discovered. Fantastic.
Yeah, this wine, even though I had a couple sips, is still going. And now that after my last sip, it's now in the back of my mouth, around the tongue. I mean, it's moving along. It's a good wine. How much?
This is $20. This is fantastic.
$20.
Yes, yes.
Guys, don't spend 12 on a Beaujolais Nouveau. Spend 20 on this and enjoy your wine. I mean, this is crazy.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is really good. Okay.
All right.
Last one.
All right, so you want to show off the
Chianti Classico.
Reserva. So Chianti Classico, I think it falls once again in that Chablis, Beaujolais realm. People heard that name, but once again, they think of checkered tablecloth in Italian restaurants, and like the goofy looking bottles. I don't even know.
With the skirts on them. Yeah.
With the skirt, so Chianti Classico, it's a region within Tuscany in central Italy, and the wines are based on Sangiovese grape. So the rule there is they don't have to be 100% Sangiovese. They have to be at least 80%. Some are 100. But Sangiovese makes up the bulk of the wine. So this one is 95% Sangiovese, 5% Merlot from the 2019 vintage. So what the Italians are saying, they're saying 2016 is the vintage of the century. They're saying it's like the perfect vintage. Well, 2019 is basically the best vintage since 2016. So pretty fantastic wines. And Reserva, what it means is it has to be in oak barrels for one additional year more than just a regular Chianti Classico. So they typically put what they think are superior grapes for Reservas, and they age it longer to give the wine a little more structure.
Yes.
Once again, fantastic wine, $23. Got 93 points for Wine Spectator.
$23?
And 93 points, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. For
Why
Reservas,
do you hide these wines for me? I haven't heard. By the way, I haven't heard of any of these wines. I did not know these wines existed, and I've been in here a lot in the last 45 days.
You're getting some other good wines. That's what I have.
For sure, but I mean, honestly, like these are all surprises to me. We did not consult ahead of time. We just said let's do Thanksgiving, that kind of thing. So I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, there hasn't been a wine under over $40, and most of them are 25 and under.
Yes.
I mean, you can't do better.
No.
I mean, why are you going to Total Wine? Why take the chance?
Why are you going to Total Wine?
Okay,
we'll wait. Sangiovese, another wine of great acidity. I think a lot of people eat it with red sauce pasta or pizza, tomato sauce acidity to match it. But I think it'll go well with Thanksgiving dishes as well. Like I said in the beginning, acidity is really what you're looking for.
But because this is a Classico,
yes,
it has a little more maturity.
Yes.
It doesn't need red sauce.
Yes.
Like some of the younger Chiantis,
yes,
they're so tart.
yes.
You have to have something tomatoey to kind of balance it out. This is not the case. This will cut through your turkey, your stuffing, your mashed potato, any of that.
Probably the extra year in oak, and probably a little bit of Merlot, 5% Merlot. So it's 95% Sangiovese. So it's not a huge percentage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this is a nice wine.
yeah, all four are very nice wines.
All four are very nice wines. So, okay, so we're coming into the holidays. Again, we talked about ordering online, coming into the store.
Yes.
You do tastings on the weekends.
Yes.
Like, what's coming up? Like, I understand there's a couple of big tastings coming up. One Bordeaux and one sparkling wine?
We have a Bordeaux tasting here in December, and then I think really the grand tasting is on Friday, December 1st. We're gonna do a champagne tasting. We're gonna taste 8 different champagnes, including some really big names, Krug and Laurent Perrier's Grand Secret. Yeah. So some really big names. So fun tasting, and we're gonna taste champagne just about every style. You know, from bone dry to brut. Then the Blanc de Blancs, which are Chardonnay-based champagne, Blanc de Noirs, which are Pinot Noir-based champagnes, rosés, etc. Like I said, just about every style. $80 tickets for champagne.
Okay, so there'll be a link on his website to Eventbrite. You buy the tickets ahead of time. Come on in. There'll be a spot waiting for you. I'm probably gonna. Well, I'm gonna be here. Yeah. Unless I have to work, I'm gonna be here. So absolutely, if you don't want to see me, just send me a message and I'll put a hood over my head. Or I'll come in as like a turkey or Santa Claus or something.
Superstar, man. That's what people tune in to see you and the goat.
You know, one thing we didn't talk about is we didn't talk about like sparkling wine.
Yes.
So we're gonna come back in just 1 second and talk about one sparkling wine. We're gonna do a little champagne. Well, it's not champagne, it's Cremant. But anyway, sparkling wine from France. This is a great choice if you want to do something that's sparkling, refreshing, quality, and not $60. So tell us about it.
All right, so this is, like George just said, Cremant. So what is a Cremant? Cremant is basically any sparkling wine from France that's outside of the Champagne region. So Champagne is a region. Once again, I think a lot of people think of Champagne and they think, oh, it's sparkling wine. No, it's a region that makes sparkling wines out of 3 grapes: Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier. Other regions like Burgundy makes sparkling wines. Savoy makes sparkling wines. The Languedoc makes sparkling wines. Alsace makes sparkling wines, which is this one. So this is Cremant d'Alsace. So sparkling wine from Alsace. And all rosé sparkling wines are at least based on Pinot Noir, and that's the only red grape that's allowed Alsace designation. So this we have a rosé, Cremant d'Alsace, which is based on the Pinot Noir grape. And Cremants are always, like George was kind of alluding to, good values compared to Champagne. Champagne is basically 60 and above price point, whereas Cremants, you can still find good examples in that, I would say 20 to 30 range. This one just happens to be $19, but most of them are a little bit above 20.
Yeah, 19, 22, I mean, it's all in the same general area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one, oh, you know what? I feel like I've had this before. I don't, or maybe I saw it on your website.
You probably saw it on my website,
yes. Maybe so.
Yeah. So it's a big family-owned enterprise. I think they're the biggest land owners in Alsace.
Hi, everybody. Fortunately, Igor got busy over at Vinous Reverie, and we had to kind of clear out of there. So we're in the house. We're over by our little bar area here. We got wine time. We got our Wine by the Bay TV stuff going on. Anyway, I wanted to finish up the tasting of this Cremant, the Cremant d'Alsace. Again, $19 or $20 a bottle. I mean, it's just super, super reasonable. The bubbles are nice and tight. I don't know if you can see that or not. Of course, I just switched them. This is a really good smelling wine. If you know anything about Cremant, this is 100% Pinot Noir, because it's red, or I should say rosé. And then it's also done in the champagne style. So the champagne style leaves the wine on the lees to get some, like a yeasty component, like a biscuity, bready kind of thing, to kind of give some more character to the wine. So let's taste this wine and see if it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, a little bit of acid, a little bit of breadiness, not sweet. So be aware, this is not a sweet wine. This is on the dry side. Nice and tart, strawberry, maybe a little tart cherry. There's definitely some of that biscuity kind of thing kind of surrounding that tart cherry. This is a really good wine to go with your holiday festival. Great opening wine. This is more of that strawberry and tart cherry. So this is a really great wine. $20, Vinous Reverie. Again, I'll leave links in the description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell icon. Leave a comment. Talk to us, so we'll talk back to you. The algorithm loves it when you guys talk to us, and I love it. I love to hear your feedback. So please leave a comment and hit the little bell icon, like this video. I have a bunch of product reviews that I'll leave a link up here for, somewhere around here. There'll be a little link to one of the products I reviewed. And you can go ahead and look at that, think about that as a gift for someone you love. This way you'll get them something unique, you'll get them something interesting that they will use for many years to come. So anyway, like I said, follow those links, like and subscribe to the channel. Talk to Igor on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. He's got all the things set up, and you're probably looking at that right now. There's a link to Vinous Reverie in the description box. Enjoy your turkey. Watch the next video that's coming up next. Thanks for watching Wine by the Bay TV, and happy Thanksgiving.